students, I hope you all are doing well. Today I am here with the poem The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. It is from your book Hornbill. So let's start. Edward James Hughes was a modern English poet and children's writer. Critics ranked him as one of the best poets of his generation and one of the 20th century's greatest writers. He served as a poet laureate from 1984 until his death. Hughes draws his subject matter from the world of animals. He contrasts the strength, ruggedness, and cruelty of animals with the physical and emotional debility of human beings. He shows his love for the world of nature, birds, and animals, as it is evident in the poems like The Laburnum Top, Hawk in the Rain, and Lupercal. The poem The Laburnum Top is an image poem in which the poet describes a mutual relationship between a laburnum tree, which is large, beautiful but quite alone, and a goldfinch bird, which is quite amusing, beautiful but without shelter. The laburnum tree gives house to the bird and her young chicks, and the goldfinch in turn takes away its dead silence. It transforms the tree and makes it alive. So the poet wants to tell the reader the importance of living with each other. Every person has different capabilities and things. We should live with each other and always try to lend a helping hand, and the others will also do the same. The setting of the poem is on the laburnum tree in the month of September. A goldfinch nests in it with a brood of chicks. The laburnum tree is one of the most beautiful and an indigenous tree which has hanging cluster of yellow flowers followed by slender pods containing poisonous seeds. It usually grows to the height of 23 feet. The leaves are of deep color and compound in structure. Goldfinch is a small bright colored bird with yellow feathers. The male of the species has black markings across the face, on the wings and tail. Now, let's go through the main points of the poem. The laburnum tree, a tree with yellow flowers, stands still and silent on a bright September afternoon. Its yellowness is in harmony with the yellow light of the bright autumn sun. The peace and serenity of the tree is momentarily disturbed when a goldfinch comes. The bird perches at a branch end with a twitching chirrup. She gives a curious look around and then enters the thickness of the tree. She feeds her young ones in the nest. There is a great commotion. The whole tree trembles with the twittering of the young ones and with the flapping of their wings. Having fed her little ones, the goldfinch comes out of the tree. Making gentle whistling sounds, she soars away in the sky, leaving the laburnum to its old silence and serenity. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness, and a machine starts up, of titterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of a family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Then with airy, delicate whistle, chirrup whispering, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. The poem, it is written in free verse. Free verse means free from any limitations of rhyme or regular meter. The poem has been divided into 3 stanzas. The first stanza describes the tree before the bird reaches it. The second stanza describes the coming of the bird. And the final stanza tells the condition of the tree when the bird goes away. The laburnum top is silent, quite still, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Here, laburnum top means the top of the laburnum tree, its highest branches. Explanation. The poem begins on a very melancholic note. The poet describes one beautiful sunny afternoon. The highest part of the laburnum tree is silent, quiet, and looks dead in the daytime of September. There is no sign of movement as there is no breeze and hence there is no rustling of leaves. So, the time of the day is afternoon, the month is September, and the season is autumn season. And the leaves of the tree, they have turned yellow and the seeds have already fallen off. So, in this stanza, the poet uses the image yellow color repeatedly. First, the tree's flowers are yellow. Then, its seeds have also turned yellow. The yellow flowers symbolize beauty, which though have fallen off in the form of seeds. Yellow color also symbolizes death because of the yellow leaves. It's a daytime without rain or wind. Even the sunlight on a September afternoon is yellow. So in the whole stanza, the poet is trying to describe the miserable condition of the tree, which is silent, dying, and without seeds. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Here, twitching means moving quickly. Chirrup means short, high-pitched sound of birds. Startlement. It means amazement, surprise. Explanation. The death-like scene, however, changes as the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup. So the silence is broken with the arrival of a small singing bird, goldfinch. The tiny bird flies from nowhere and perches herself on the top of a branch. Her whole body shakes naturally in a continuous small movements. In a sudden burst of energy, it hops from one stem to another and makes short, high-pitched sounds. The goldfinch has her nest in the tree and the chicks are resting there. On the mother's return, a sudden movement stirs the tree. Her little ones are excited on her arrival and start chirruping. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Here, sleek means smooth, abrupt means sudden or unexpected. Explanation. The bird is quite precautious while sitting at the branch end of the tree and has sudden quick movements. Perhaps she is looking out for any danger that might be there. The poet has compared the alert, abrupt and sleek movements of the goldfinch with that of a lizard. The little bird has a smooth and shiny body. Its quick movements seem very similar to the way an alert lizard moves quickly to grab its prey. So the goldfinch is extremely watchful and swift. Then the cautious mother goes into the dense interior of the tree with great care so that no predator can come to know that her babies are housed in the nest. The image of machine here refers to the young ones of the bird. A machine makes a lot of noise when it starts. Similarly, when the young birds see their mother, they start chirruping like a machine, fluttering their wings fast in joy as their mother has come with the food. They were hungry as well as sad being far away from their mother. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and twillings. Here, tremor means shaking, chittering means sound made by baby birds. Explanation. The moment the goldfinch enters the tree, her chicks start chirping. It is as if the engine of a machine has started. The chicks show their happiness by flapping their wings. They start twittering and chirping up as their mother comes to the nest to feed them. Here, the image of machine refers to the young ones of the bird. A machine makes a lot of noise when it starts. Similarly, when the young birds see their mother, they start chirping like a machine, flattering their wings fast in joy as their mother has come with the food. They were hungry as well as sad, being far from their mother. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of a family. Here, trembles means shakes. It means the bird goldfinch. Explanation. Now the tree suddenly sprung to life and there is shaking and thrilling movement on it. The arrival of the goldfinch electrifies the environment around the tree. The bird hops from branch to branch, shrieks in her usual way. It seems as if it shakes the tree out of its sleep. So the poet probably wants us to feel how a dead-like tree becomes alive because it has given space to the bird and her young ones. So the birds, they have got shelter and the tree in return has got life. The goldfinch is thus the engine of a family, including laburnum tree as she stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Stokes means adds fuel. The goldfinch feeds its family, providing the fuel, providing the nutrition. Barred, it means striped. Flirts out, it means lead on to. Explanation. After feeding her chicks, the goldfinch flies up and rests on the end of the branch of the tree. The striped face of the goldfinch is a mask. She remains hidden in thickness and her striped face makes her recognizable. Only her dark colored striped face is visible. As the goldfinch is yellow in color, it has become invisible in the yellow leaves of the tree. And with airy, delicate whistle chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty. Here, airy means strange, infinite means the sky, launches means flies, subsides to empty means becomes silent just as earlier. Explanation. Now the purpose of her visit is fulfilled. Reaching the branch end of the tree, the tiny bird makes strange but sweet chirruping sounds. Then she begins her journey towards the infinite, that is, the sky. The laburnum tree once again becomes silent and death-like. The singing of the bird has brought life to the tree for some time, and after the departure of the goldfinch, silence returns to the tree again. The poem, The Laburnum Top, is rich with poetic devices. Now the first literary device is simile, sleek as a lizard. Here, the smooth movement of the bird is compared to that of a lizard. Next is metaphor, engine of a family. The noise of the engine is identified with the noise and commotion made by the young ones of the goldfinch. Next is alliteration. Alliteration is September sunlight. Consonant sound is here. She stokes, sibilance. Next is personification. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Here, the tree is personified. Next literary device is transferred epithet, and the example of transferred epithet is her barred face identity mask. The laburnum tree, it has flowers that fall like bars, and when the bird sits behind the flowers, the shadow on her face looks like she's wearing a mask that has bars on it. So barred is actually an adjective for the flowers and has been transferred from there and applied to the bird. Next poetic device is onomatopoeia, and the examples of onomatopoeia are chirrup, chitterings, trillings, whistle chirrup. The example of assonance in the poem is and, alert, and abrupt. The poet is trying to convey the message that life is a process of exchange and transformation. People are alive because they undergo exchange of energy. The goldfinch transforms the tree and makes it alive. Without the goldfinch and her chicks, the laburnum tree is just another tree. It was dull and lifeless. The laburnum tree depicts the pattern of a life in general, which is usually dull and inanimate. The moments of joy and activity are of course few. It is the period of boring silence that marks much of the span of a life. But it is the attitude of the person towards life that makes it meaningful and worth living.